Interesting. Something else that's interesting in our weekly AI conversations, because we talk about AI every week at this point.
Yep.
Um, I found this article and I found the title so interesting. Suno is paying grants to independent artists so long as they agree not to criticize Suno.
Hey, take some money and shut up. Take some money, use our platform
I
that's
mean-
already in contention, and please be quiet about
On
it.
the face of it, it sounds like a really good initiative. So
For them, for the company.
for the company, it's essentially this is CSR, right? It's corporate social responsibility. Like, I think what they're doing is they are giving grants to a bunch of. It's targeting independent artists.
Yeah.
Like, even you watching this right now, you can like sign up for this for this platform. Essentially, they want creatives to use their platform to create music, but they're not dictating how this music is distributed and everything. What they're really doing is like, we want you guys to create this music, and so they're giving people thousands of dollars to work on music and stuff like that. I think the fine print is the thing that's just very interesting.
Before we get to the fine print, it's a smart business choice because they know that AI is already they're aware of the conversation around AI and artistry. And so this is basically reaching out to independent artists as some of the most lucrative demographic.
How so?
You can pitch a lot to an independent artist because of the promise of being successful. And so they will buy it for the most part. So Suno coming in and saying, hey, come use our platform. Here's a little bit of money. Come use our platform. And again, so we'll get into the fine print. But then as an independent artist who is probably already curious about AI and curious about how all that stuff is, and maybe also on another side, on the other side of the coin, curious about making music and being an artist, creating art. That's just reeling them in really quickly, and it's very easy to. The fish is on the hook really quickly. Now we get to the fine print.
Before we even get to the fine print, actually, again,
This fine print is elusive.
So they say, so you're going. I'm just reading here. So the whole initiative is going to be called the Spark. Essentially, artists will also receive a dedicated Suno partner manager, free Suno Premiere access and song credits, early access to upcoming tools, editorial placements on the platform, and opportunities to work with established music video directors. So I can see how this would be mouth-watering for a lot of people.
Yeah.
In return, participating artists must promote their songs via multiple social media platforms, highlighting that it was made with Suno.
So basically, you're an ad.
So, but I'm just gonna say this. I'm so sorry.
You're an
if
ad.
I see somebody say all this stuff and then it's like it was made by Suno, I think you're a loser, bro. That's some loser shit, man.
Hey, yo, that's harsh. That's harsh. That's harsh. That's
bro,
harsh.
if no, I'm so sorry.
That's
like
harsh.
if I see somebody's stuff and they're like, yo, this was made by Suno, bro. I get so many ads. You know, I used Suno for like 30 seconds to see how this platform
And
works.
now it's all over.
And now all I do is
you're getting Suno ads.
all I do is get ads, and then it's like, oh, make this beat that sounds like boom cha, and then they do like some really random like drum thing, and then I'm just like, yo, you're a loser, bro. Like, why?
That's a little harsh, though. That's that's kind of harsh.
I don't
man.
think you're cool. I think you're so like, I've never seen anybody making.
You think you're
music
better than them?
Yes. Not I think I am. If you're watching this right now and you use Suno to make
I'm
music,
better than you.
I'm better than you. My music
that's
is
wild.
not only more valuable, it's way cooler than yours will ever be.
It's crazy to say. No, but yeah, I mean,
But I will say, if you want to get the bag, I'm never like, bro, I get it. Like, if you wanna,
you can't do that. No, you can't do that. You
get
can't say
it.
what you just said for the past 1 minute, then say, hey,
I
listen,
will
if
still
you want
think
to
you're
get
a
the bag,
I
go
can't-
ahead and get the bag.
I
That's
will
not how it
still
works.
think you're a loser, but like, get the bag.
It's a loser bag. The most loser bag possible. Listen, all this is, if you're being honest, this is an elaborate scheme. This is an ad.
It is.
It is an elaborate scheme, and it's a brilliant ad because it's taking the it's turning the consumer of their business into a walking billboard. And so if you're going around saying, hey, listen, I'm an artist, my album is coming out, I made it with Suno, da 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 da. Now, of course, people like you and probably I, who actually let me just put it, people like you who are a little bit pretentious about AI and art and all that stuff.
Pretentious.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, you just say that you're better than all of them. That's pretentious. Who are a bit pretentious about art are probably going to be
Sue me.
Suno might. If you read that fine print, they might actually come for you. People who are pretentious about that, of course, they look at it and say, hey, listen, man, this is not, or rather, they don't buy into it. But you need to realize that you're probably that 5%. The general public probably thinks differently about AI. We have that conversation a lot. And so
General
they are going to look at that
public don't
billboard,
care.
walking billboard, that artist who has created with Suno and buy into it completely. Suno now is at 5.4, 4.5 billion, whatever it is
They
now.
had a Series D funding round with $400 million.
They went up from like 2 million to 5.
Was put into that, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
like, these guys are making
They are
bunch
making
of money,
a bag,
man.
and so they're being brilliant about it, which is, hey, listen, we're going to use, that's so brilliant, use our consumers to advertise for ourselves. And so now independent artists who would naturally go up to Suno and make music now are getting paid for it. Bro, sign them up. So
The last thing I'll say about this, these guys are a bit slimy because they say in the fine print,
finally,
within those terms is a reference to class action claims according to the TOS.
This is wild.
By agreeing to them, you and Suno are each waiving the right to a trial by jury or to participate in a
crazy.
class action
Crazy.
with disputes instead decided by a neutral arbitrator, not a judge or jury.
Hey, they have completely washed their hands
Bro,
off
everything about AI just
anything.
feels so slimy.
It feels
man.
very dystopic,
bro.
man. What's the word? It just feels like dystopia, man. Like you don't own. It's just wild to think about. It's how are you going to say, hey, listen, in order for you to sign this? Okay, actually, let me side point. Do you think what Suno is offering? Now, this is for like the independent artists who might be thinking about this, right?
Yeah.
Do you think what Suno is offering, the bag and the the bag and the access to their best tools,
Yeah.
is worth that fine print? Is worth you waiving your right? Like if something. Now, keep in mind. All right, keep in mind. There's people already trying to get at Suno because of there's still the whole thing of them training their models off music, right? If you sign that, I'm pretty sure in there's somewhere that you waive all your rights away. Do you think an artist who is thinking about that, do you think that it's worth it, or is the benefits outweigh? Do the benefits outweigh the costs? Is that Do the benefits outweigh the costs? I guess that's a shorter way to say it.
I mean, like I said, the costs are me thinking that your music is loser music. But listen, that's just my opinion. But like, which in the grand scheme of things,
For the 100,000 artists that will come in contact with you versus the billions.
Exactly. So
in the world.
I think my opinion doesn't really matter. I think for a lot of people who don't really care too deeply about AI, this is a big win. And to be honest, like if you're smart and you're able to leverage that money that they're giving you, the access to like the best video like directors like there are, that's massive. Like anybody who does music knows that like having good music videos is so important. So if somebody is able to use this platform and get the best out of it, and then you move past that and essentially just use this whole Spark thing as a stepping stone for their career, I think the benefits could outweigh the detractors for sure.
Yeah.
It's just that I'll think your music is loser stuff. Like, I'm sorry. That's just the only.
This is interesting.
detractor.
I've seen there's a comment here by a guy called Rob, and he says Suno is a crime syndicate.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Suno is a crime syndicate disguised as a legitimate business.
But there's so many things you could say.
First, they train on copyrighted songs to start a business. Now they want to extort positive vibes. That's funny. Positive vibes by luring independent artists with money and the right to control what they say, which is very important as an artist. What kind of people are they? Suno should be retroactively paying for infringing the rights of copyright holders. They owe billions of dollars.
Agreed. But I mean, like we said last week, it's so hard to track this stuff.
Yeah, it's
But
going to
that's
be
what they're doing,
difficult.
man. But it's a man. But
The
it's
independent artist is not going to think about all of that, and they're probably not going to have the backdrop of, hey, listen, my music has been trained on Suno, has been used to train Suno's algorithms and their model. They're probably not going to be thinking about that. They're going to be thinking immediately, hey, I want to release music, and they're giving me money to do it.